Hello, my friends. I hope that you're all doing good. My name is Rumaisa Usliman. I'm a materials chemist, and today I'm going to take you with me for a whole day seen through my eyes, the eyes of a chemist. So every day I wake up around 8 a.m., even in the spirit of quarantine. First things first, I open the window to get some fresh air and sunshine. Sunshine is one of the three main sources of vitamin D. And to synthesize the vitamin D, we need to expose our skin to UV rays from the sun. The whole process is a series of chemical reactions. The UVB ray specifically turns a natural substance found in our skin, which is the cholesterol, into a precursor then to vitamin D3. This vitamin D3 is sent to the liver, where it's converted into a hydroxy vitamin D3 and sent from the liver to the kidneys, where it's converted into a dehydrovitamin D3, ready to be used by our body. It's even more complicated than it seems. Like, really. After making my bed and brushing my teeth, I head to the kitchen to make my coffee, because my force is not awakened without morning coffee. And can I say that chemistry made me appreciate coffee even more? When the ground coffee beans meet the boiling water, a very important chemical reaction happens: extraction. This reaction pulls out the flavors from the coffee into the water. And this process depends on many factors like water temperature, time, the grind, and the ratio of the ground coffee to the water. Caffeine is not the only responsible of the bitter taste of coffee. Other compounds like chlorogenic acid and lactones contribute to the bitter taste of coffee. My tips for a better tasting coffee are adding salt. Yes, this might sound weird, but it's scientifically proven that this helps to counter bitterness. Also, the ideal temperature for making coffee is between 91 and 96 degrees Celsius. Higher than that, you will burn your coffee, and lower temperature lead to poor extraction. After taking my coffee, I like to go outside for a run. Exercising makes me in a better mood. Now see, I'm a little bit lazy. I don't run every day, but I'm trying to push myself. I wear my workout clothes, sneakers on, without forgetting my hand sanitizer. Mainly produced of alcohol, an organic molecule made of carbon, oxygen, and hydrogen. It destroys disease-causing agents by breaking apart proteins and splitting cells into pieces. Today's exercise was to run for half an hour in the garden near my house. During exercise, your body's main source of energy is a molecule called adenosine triphosphate, or simply ATP. It comes from the oxygen you breathe and the food you eat. On my way back home, my mama called me to buy some stuff from the grocery store. Thanks God I had my wallet in my pocket. And talking about wallet and money, did you know that in 2016, the United Kingdom first used polymer banknotes instead of regular paper banknotes? The polymer used, which is polypropylene, makes the banknotes last longer, waterproof, recyclable, and harder to counterfeit than paper banknotes. Today, more than 50 countries benefit from the advantages of polymer notes. When I got home, I went directly to take a shower using my own homemade organic shampoo and soap. Soap is at its simplest an alkaline base mixed with a fatty acid from vegetable oils or animal fats. The two alkali metals used for this purpose are sodium and potassium. Sodium with fat will result in a nice solid bar of soap. When mixing potassium with fat will result in a gel. After taking a shower, I headed to the kitchen to make lunch. I was craving lasagna alla bolognese. So I started with onions. It's one of my favorite veggies for the way it adds flavor. Chopping an onion is a key kitchen skill for any cook. I'm kind of proud to say that I mastered the art of chopping onions. But the only problem I face is that it makes me cry so bad. Like really bad. When you cut an onion, it releases a gas named propanethyl azoxide. When mixed with some enzymes in the onion, it results in a sulfur gas. Once these gases get into your eyes, it creates a small amount of sulfuric acid, which irritates the eyes. And as a response, your body releases tears to protect the eyes. To minimize the gas released from the onions, try using a sharp knife, freeze the onion, and cut the root last, or just for your goggles. After lunch and a very good nap, I grabbed my sketchbook and pencil and started drawing. Art is the passion I express myself through. One of the most common misconceptions in chemistry saying that pencil is made up of lead. Actually, it is made up of a mineral called graphite. Graphite and diamond are made entirely from the same element, carbon. The difference between the two is the crystal structure. Carbon atoms in graphite are layered, the arrangements extend in 2 dimensions, and the layers are held together by weak forces known as stacking interactions. However, in diamond, the carbon atoms are arranged tetrahedrally. It's a strong, rigid, 3-dimensional structure. Ever wondered why we say pressure makes diamonds? It's because diamonds need both very high temperature and pressure in order to metamorph from basic carbon form into the diamonds we know. For dinner, I like to keep it light, so I only had a salad composed of tomatoes, avocados, olives, and a salsa verde dressing. After that, I made myself a nice cup of tea and jumped in my bed to watch my favorite TV show, MasterChef Australia. It's fascinating how chemistry and thermodynamics specifically has so much to say concerning the end of the universe and a cup of tea. The first law of thermodynamics states that energy is never created, never destroyed. It's only converted from one form to another. Heat is the flow of energy from a higher temperature object, in my case, my cup of tea, to a lower temperature object, which is the surroundings. The fact that the tea lowers its temperature is a sign that the average kinetic energy of its particles is decreasing. The tea is losing energy, and the energy lost by the tea is transferred to the color surroundings. I really hope that this makes sense. Thank you so much for listening. I hope that this made you realize that chemistry is at the heart of pretty much everything. And if you want to know more details about any of the reactions mentioned, just let us know and we will make a whole podcast about it. Until next time, bye!